I haven't done a stream of consciousness type video in some time, and so that's what we're going to do. This is not going to be infield. I would not lead you to believe it's going to be infield, so I guess click away if you were expecting infield. I don't think you were, based on the title and the thumbnail, but if that's you, I don't know what to tell you. We're going to talk about winning, okay? I'm at a stage of life right now where, and I do not say this with any pride, I don't say this with any sort of talking down to anybody. I just say this as somebody who has struggled more in the past. I'm at a stage of life right now where I am winning in absolutely every single endeavor. And I have had some of the darkest times you could imagine. I have put myself out there to face some of the most brutal ridicules, rejections, adversity. I have faced so much. And I am at a place right now where in every single realm imaginable, I am crushing it. And as you know, throughout the entirety of this channel, I have always, of course, posted pickup content, but you know, my goal ultimately is to help you guys to win. I want you guys winning. I want you to have the women that you want. I want you to have the money that you want. I want you to have the body that you want. And what I think nobody really tells you when you're younger is that this is going to be an all-out war. It is ruthless competition out here. The girl that you want, a lot of other men want her. The body that you want, it's going to take a lot of hungry nights. It's going to take a lot of painful periods of your body just being torn to shreds and rebuilding itself. Change hurts because you are both the sculptor and the marble. Everything worthwhile is going to actually be very painful. And I don't want to hear any bullshit spiritual ass, well, the reason why is because you believe that it's going to be I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. This shit hurts. Winning hurts. But then you get to the other side and you have these moments where you're laying there and you just had the best day ever and you've got a beautiful girl there with you. And maybe you guys are just watching something on your TV that's mounted up to the bed and you're full because you just had ramen and you just feel so good and your life is just so good and you just go like, how did I get here, man? Like, how did I get here? And I'm not talking about being a billionaire. I don't even want to sit here and be talking to you guys about like having 10 fucking model girlfriends and whatever. Like, I'm just talking about if right now your life is in the shit and you just feel like shit and you look like shit. Everything's just shit, bro. I'm just talking about getting out of that. All right. I'm talking about getting out of that and feeling like you're actually thriving. So let's talk about it. So number one, first off, you have to view your life as starting right now. Today is day one. When you were born, you had a set of circumstances that were predetermined for you, that you are predisposed with. For example, who are your parents? That matters. What kind of communication style do your parents have? That matters. Are they smokers? Are they fat? Are they, where were you born? What country were you born in? What city? Like, who are your friends going to be? Think about your life right now. Think about everything that you have done in your life and who you are. And now just imagine that while your parents were house hunting, they chose a different school district. That friend that had that impact on you, both negative and positive, that time you got beat up, you would have never met that person. The time you beat somebody up, you would have never met that person. Like, there is just so much that is out of your hands of who you've become and who you are. And these are circumstances you're born with. So right now, regardless of how things are for you, you might have no bitches. You might have no money. You might be in debt. You might be fucking fat. But today has to become your birthday. And if right now you're already waking up hungover and you feel like shit, it can be tomorrow. All right, it can be tomorrow. You can start tomorrow. It's fine. I give you that permission. But it's got to be right now. And you have to look at whatever the circumstances are. This is your new predetermined circumstances. And if you are able to walk, if you are able to speak, if you are able to see, if you have shelter over your head, if you have access to the internet, which I know you do, I am 100% certain of all the things I am certain about. I know that you have access to the internet right now. So you have access to these things. And you've got to just start now. Because most of you, my analytics tell me that most of you are between 25 and 34. You are very likely, I believe that there's a 80% chance that you are between 25 and 34. And that you have so much time. And I didn't know a lot of older guys, I guess, before getting involved in the pickup world. What I mean by that is typically like who your friends are it's through school, it's through your neighborhood, it's through whatever. And so there's like, the age is like roughly similar. But then I got involved in pickup and I got involved in coaching pickup and stuff. And you meet these guys where they're significantly older than you. I have some friends, some really good friends that are like 45, even like pushing 50 years old, like 15 years older than me. And there is this part of you where you look at your life and you go like, oh, I'll never be that old, right? I'm 35 right now. I was like 19 thinking I'll never be fucking 35, right? It's crazy. It's insane. But just look at you 5 years ago and look at who you are now. Everything that you are right now, it's just a culmination of everything that happened the last 5 years and everything that you chose to do. Decision after decision after decision, avoidance of pain after avoidance of pain, moving towards pleasure. Everything right now, who you are, is just a culmination of everything that you've done over the last 5 years. So how old will you be in 5 years from now? Who you are then, it's just a culmination of everything you're gonna do from this day forward. And let's just say you guys are exactly my age. Let's say you guys are 35 years old. Bro, 5 years is a very long time. It's about 1,500 days. It's about 1,500 days. That is a lot of time. That is so much time. And so right now, you have the opportunity. And the reason I bring up guys that are like a lot older than me who I've ended up meeting is it's like, you used to view, when you're younger, you view that age as just like ancient, dead, life's over. I meet these guys who are like 50 years old. They're in fucking way better shape than I am. They're hooking up with like young chicks. They're traveling, they're partying, they're enjoying their life. And it's like, that could be you. That fucking could be you. That could be your life. And you want it to be. And maybe you are married. Maybe you choose to have children and be married. That's fine. You can still be awesome. There's a ton. There are so many married monogamous men that are way happier than you're ever going to be. That are way happier than your friend who hooks up with a bunch of chicks or whatever. I'm not here to preach which life path you should go. I think you're also sort of somewhat predetermined and predisposed to being happier in one of those life paths or the other one. I really believe that. And so you've got to view now as day one, and you have to realize that who you are is the culmination of the last 5 years. And so who you are 5 years from now, look, I'm 35, and after being very fat from the time I was born until the time I was about 22 and a half, I tried to lose weight. Every summer, I remember, I would literally have these visions, these dreams every summer in school where I show back up to school and I've lost weight. I'm not the fat kid anymore. And each summer I would like run around my neighborhood, or we had a treadmill in the garage at one point. And, but I didn't know anything. I mean, I'm talking about being like 8 years old, by the way. I'm talking about being like 9. I wanted to not be like the fat kid, right? And at 22 and a half, there was just something in me. And in the book, The 4 Agreements by Don Ruiz Miguel, he says, this is not even one of the 4 agreements. It's a small little quote that I just view as so profound. He says, the the mind must be properly fertilized in order for the seeds of an idea to grow. So, for example, you have a book that changed your life. You read this book, you're like, oh my God, Atomic Habits, this has changed everything for me. Your mind was properly fertilized for that seed to grow. You give that to a friend, and that friend reads it and they go like, oh, it was okay. It was okay. Well, their mind wasn't properly fertilized. They weren't ready for the seed of that idea to grow. And so something at age 22 and a half, I was just fucking ready, dude. And at that time, I'm 300 pounds. I have very bad acne. I'm drinking literally in my basement. Okay. I'll just say her name. She can confirm this. My old friend, Brittany McCune. She can confirm this. We had a basement at this apartment. I lived with her platonically. We were supposed to live with a bunch of other people. She had a falling out with them. It was a whole thing. I would sit in the basement. I would order King's Pizza and I would get fucking wasted and smoke cigarettes in the basement. And she'd be like, hey, can you stop smoking cigs in the basement? I'd be like, fine. All right. I'll go to the fucking stoop. And I would literally be in the basement. People say that all the time. Oh, you're in your basement. I was in my basement. And I discovered Pickup. And I discovered Tim Ferriss. And I discovered the 4-Hour Workweek. And I discovered Joe Rogan. And I discovered Gary Vee. And I discovered how to lose weight. And I started trying to lose weight the smart way from the book, The 4-Hour Body. I started doing the slow carb diet. I started going out every single night when I discovered Pickup. I was out within 24 hours of seeing my first Pickup video. Primarily because I would go out all the time anyways, but I would just be wasted and not talking to hoes at all. Zero hoes. And so I hit my buddy up and I go, dude, I just discovered this like game stuff. And he was already getting laid. He was like, okay, well, cool. Yeah, let's give it a shot or whatever. Then, dude, I started getting wasted and going up to chicks. And that's how it starts. And I'm getting more and more confident. And I'm now like seeing girls and just like, oh, I could, instead of like just jacking off thinking about that girl when I get home and being a fucking cretin, I can actually go like talk to her. So I started going to talk to her. And things just start upward spiraling. And the upward spiral just really never ended. I've hit a lot of snags along the way. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made just vicious mistakes, horrific mistakes. But a lot of those mistakes, you know, I have a list, actually. I have a list, and sometimes I keep it up on the fridge, but I kind of know the list in my head. And the list is, I call it, it's written on the top. It says, bags I've fumbled. You know, is a term the kids use these days, fumbling the bag, situations that you fucked up, basically. And it says bags I fumbled, and it's all these like crazy, horrific mistakes I've made, some of which were deeply financial. Some of them were deeply like life could have, at those ages, things could have gone crazy different trajectories had I not fumbled certain bags, things like that. But I look at all of those and I go, and this is what I want to say to you, is like, I look at those and I go, I've got one of two choices. And you have one of two choices. And choice number one is that all the bags that you've fumbled, all the mistakes that you've made, they either completely define your life and you are 60, 65, 70, and you're laying there and you're having to work off of a very low budget, maybe even like a government assisted, very low, but like your life is shit. Or maybe right now your life is shit and it's defining you. And that's choice number one. Choice number two is you avenge all of your fumbled bags. You have to avenge all of your fumbled bags. And getting revenge on your enemies is very dangerous. You can get revenge on people, but you might go to jail, right? Like, the people that I've viewed as my enemies, where I'm like, oh, I want to get vengeance in these like times of like being like very angry, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like go to jail. This is like not good. This is not it's not a good dark road to go down when you start thinking about vengeance with other people. And it's very age old bullshit quote, but it's true. Very corny, but you know, success is the best revenge. And that's true. Somebody that wronged you, somebody that hurt you, that girl that left you, they launched an energy attack on you. They launched a chi attack. They launched a vibe withdrawal. They tried to suck out your vibe, suck out your aura, suck out your fucking energy. And the best revenge is to not allow the bullets to really penetrate the neck. The best revenge is to take the wound, heal it, succeed, and now on an energetic plane, even if that person has you blocked on Instagram, they never see you again, on an energetic plane, you win by winning. You win by winning. But I'm a big believer in getting revenge on yourself. I'm out for vengeance on myself, on my fumbled bags. And I'm just winning, bro. I'm winning the war against myself and my past indiscretions and my mistakes and my fumbled bags. And so that's what I want for you guys. So this has to be day one moving forward. Now, I want to talk about for a moment sort of more practical tips on how to do this and more practical steps before we wrap up the video. Because I don't think I'm ready to wrap it up yet. I think we're going to keep it going. So, okay, number one, you got to get really mad. You have to get really mad. There are so many people I talk to, people I see, maybe even just people on social media or whatever, where their circumstances, if I had their life, I would be so angry. I would wake up and I would just be like shaking things. I would just be like, let's fucking figure this out. Let's figure this out. I have this one fucking life. I've got to figure this out. And you talk to them and they're just like, I don't know, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What the fuck are you doing? It's blasphemous. And something I've told my clients for years and something I've experienced is, guys will come to me and they'll go, man, like I'm really like hard on myself. I feel like I'm really hard on myself. And I go, good. That means you're a winner. Being very hard on yourself, it literally means you're a winner. What does being hard on yourself mean? What it means is that you have expectations for yourself over here, and then you have your actual reality over here, and there is a gap between those two. And so your expectations are yelling at your reality and going, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I also call this your lizard brain versus your soul. And your lizard brain is wanting creature comforts. It just wants to eat the sugar. Oh, the body, the brain actually functions best off of glucose. Let's just eat more. Let's just keep eating. Oh, let me conserve energy. Let me lay on the couch. Let me doom scroll TikTok. Conserve energy. Your lizard brain wants to stay alive. It wants to stay safe. Going out into the world tonight, talking to a bunch of women, that girl could have a man, a boyfriend who is my competitor. He might see me. He might beat my ass. These girls are going to fucking primally ostracize me from the tribe by being mean to me and brutally rejecting me. And so now I'm going to feel like lesser. Let me stay safe. And where is it safe? It's safe in the nest. I'm in the nest. The doors are locked. The windows are locked. It is safe here. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to stay fucking safe. That's what your lizard brain wants. It wants to conserve energy and it wants to stay safe. And the crazy part is your lizard brain also wants to bust nuts, but you're doing it with fucking porn. So let's look at what your soul wants. Your soul wants to be great. Your soul is still that little fucking kid who watched your favorite hero movies, who watched Batman, who maybe even looked at your father or your father figure or these people or these even a celebrity. It's fine. It could have been something stupid. You could have looked at Matt Damon or Leonardo DiCaprio, whoever you looked up to as a child and you thought like, I'm going to be like that. I'm going to be the shit, man. Like that's what you thought as a kid. And that's your soul. Your soul wants more. Your soul wants beautiful women or a beautiful woman. Your soul wants to have enough money to just live comfortably and be able to see parts of the world. Your soul wants to explore. Humans are explorers. We want to expand. And your lizard brain wants to contract. And so you have to start honoring your soul. And right now your lizard brain is in charge. And so you have to now, moving forward, you have to start honoring your soul. And you have to become somebody who goes, you know what? Every day I'm going to face some more adversity. And as I always say, cold approach pickup. You right now, you have the opportunity right now. How many things could you do in your life right now that are truly facing a fear? You go to a boxing gym and go like challenge somebody to spar. That's one. You know, people like to use fighting as an example. That's absolutely true. You could have a difficult conversation that you've been meaning to have with somebody. Maybe there's a boundary that you need to set with somebody. That's one. You haven't been running in a long time. You can go out and run. That's a good one. But man, go to Target. Go to Target right now. Go to Target today and look at the baddest. I promise you, bro, I don't care where you live. Go to the Target. There's a bad bitch in there right now. And there's going to be another one in 20 minutes and another one after that and another one all day long. There are bad bitches at Target. And you can go in there and you can be like, man, I've been watching this Aaron Alexander guy. I'm going to fucking do this shit. And you can go up to her and you can say, excuse me, I saw you over here and I just thought you were so beautiful. I just had to come say hi to you. And she's going to go, thanks, but I have a boyfriend. And you're going to go, no problem, have a good one. And you're going to walk away and you're going to feel like a fucking winner because you did that shit. Because there are millions, and I do not say that with any amount of exaggeration, there are millions of men out there that wish they had the balls to go up and talk to that woman and to go hit on her in the way that you just did. And they will never do it. They will never, ever do it. So you can be the motherfucker that goes, I'm going to be that dude. I'm going to be that guy. And now you can go and do that. And that is going to take you. I'm not telling motherfuckers out here. People come at me. You shouldn't obsess over women so much. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you do. But I'm telling you right now that if you were to go out and cold approach every single day and face that fear over and over and over and over again, you will become a better man for it. You will become a better man for it. Now, you also got to start taking care of yourself, okay? You've got to looks max. You've got to start taking care of your skin. Use a cleanser, use a moisturizer. Start there. Very simple. Oh, I see this, I see that, I see this, I see that. Oh, should I use this tretinoin that I heard Aaron talking about? Should I be injecting GHKCU? A cleanser and a moisturizer every day. Moisturize a couple times a day. And one more thing, throw on a sunscreen. Use a mineral-based sunscreen. I use CeraVe tinted 30 SPF mineral sunscreen. Okay, 3 things, and your skin's gonna start looking better right now. And that 5 years from now, you're gonna start looking better. Okay. You got to just get a couple decent outfits. You've got to trim up your beard. You've got to trim up your fucking hair. I'm one to talk, right? It's getting a little shaggy here. It's getting a little bit shaggy. You've got to go to war with your past. You've got to go to war with your mistakes. You got to go to war with who you've been. It's got to end, bro. You've got to wrap it up. You've got to wrap up the bullshit. You got to clean up your apartment. You got to make your bed. You got to clean up your room. You've got to clean out your car. I know your guys' cars are disgusting. Why are you choosing to do that every time you get into that car? I want you to think about somebody that is very successful. Who's the CEO? Who's the very successful influencer? Let's use Tate. I love Tate. You think Tate's car is filled with trash? That's insane to even imagine. What does your car look like right now? There's gum stuck to the fucking middle console. There's gum stuck in the seat. You've got Wendy's packaging all over the place. You got a bunch of shit in the back seat. Because, hey, out of sight, out of mind. Let me just throw it in the back seat. Winners have clean cars. Winners have clean bedrooms. Winners can pull a bitch back to their bedroom and they know the bedroom is ready to go and they're not going to be embarrassed. You have to start carrying yourself like a winner right now. And there is no more time to waste because you 6 months from now will look back right now and be like, bro, thank God I did that shit. Thank God I got it together. Thank God I watched that video by Aaron Alexander called, during the video I decided I'm going to call it Avenging Your Fumbled Bags. That's what the video is going to be called. And you've got to get mad, bro. You've got to really avenge everything. You've got to avenge your weakness. You've got to avenge your laziness. You've got to avenge your ignorance, man. I used to be so ignorant. I used to be so fucking ignorant, dude. I used to want to think I was right all the time. For me, being proven wrong used to be an ego death. And now I'm the first one, dude. I'm the first one. If I start debating somebody on something, or even if I get into an argument with a girl that I really care about, not like an early on situation, but a girl I really care about, and we have a little bit of a back and forth and a disagreement on something. If I truly in that moment start to feel like, oh, you know what, she's making a valid point, I could have communicated something better, I will be like, you know what, you're right. You're actually right, and I actually completely see your point, and I'm gonna think about that, and next time I think I'll be able to do a better job with that. And they'll just be like, oh wow, like amazing. But I'm not a pushover. I'm not a pushover by any means. But if I truly think somebody gave me a valid point, a woman or a man giving me advice on something fitness related, business related, things like that, life related even, and I'm quick to admit that I'm wrong. And a lot of you guys don't want to ever admit you're wrong. You don't want to admit that you fucked up. You don't want to admit that you're wrong. And that shit's going to kill you. So I hope this was a good maniacal rant for you. Get it together. Avenge your fucking fumbled bags. If you're somebody that really wants my help, you can go to evolutiondaily.com and you can apply to do coaching with me, and we can at the very least hop on that first strategy call together, and we can decide whether you want to do a mentorship with me or a boot camp, something like that. But yeah, go to evolutiondaily.com and do that. And you know, that could be the first moment where you look back at your life and you go, like my buddy sending me my first pickup video. My buddy Sam sending me my first pickup video. I look at that as like, I don't know. I don't know if there was a more impact. I don't know if there's a single moment in my life that impacted my life more than my buddy sending me my first pickup video at that time. Who knows? I can't access a parallel universe where I go, hey, maybe I would have found it anyway 6 months. I don't know. So for you right now, the moment could be that you watch this video and you just got on evolutiondaily.com, you click down below, you filled out the form, and you got on the phone with me. And then that could have been the moment that everything fucking changed for you. So thank you for tuning in. Talk to you soon.